All right, let's have a conversation about displacement and manipulation. So let's talk about manipulation. So manipulation, okay, I have some highs, right? And the market's doing its little thing. It's creating a bull flag or bear flag or whatever. We're not pattern traders. But let's say it does this, right? And then the market barely pips up over all these highs, right? And we get a little wick up there. And then it pulls down, okay? That is going to be manipulation, okay? That move right there is manipulation. So the fact that we came up right here, that is going to be the manipulation move, right? Because it cleared these highs. All right. So now, what would have been displacement? Okay. Let's do this. Let's grab this bad boy. What would have been displacement would have been this right here. If that same move came up and did this number. Okay. It didn't just barely pip above, it took off. Okay. So once I see this and it's matching all of my other bias and entries and POIs and it's matching my plan, this is where I'm like, oh, okay, I need to pay attention here. All right. Because maybe this thing is going to like, it's going to come down to a what? It's going to come down to a internal liquidity, right? Fair value gap, breaker block, most likely in the discount range, and then it's going to go, okay? And then it's going to go like this. All right, so maybe my trade would have looked kind of like this, right? Once we got the reaction off the fair value gap down here, right? And then I'm going to target the high, okay? That's a great trade. That's probably, let's be a little more realistic. There we go. All right, that'd be a good little trade, right? Get in somewhere in here and have it ride up. That's fantastic, okay? Do that all day, but it needs to match the rest of your plan. But you're not looking. If you're looking to take a long, and this just came up and barely pipped the top, right, and then starts pushing back down, and you really didn't get like strong displacement. I'm going to be expecting a much different reaction. Okay, the displacement is pointing towards the liquidity it's trying to run. All right, so just remember that. All right, this displacement is going to be pointing to where the liquidity wants to go. All right, or where the liquidity it wants to run to. All right, so here's displacement. Now this was news, and this was crazy news. Okay, this right here, this was insane. I actually traded somewhere in here, and it was just a nightmare. Whatever it was, I think this was CPI. I don't remember. But anyway, so we like blast up, and then we just blast down. Okay, but this is a huge displacement, right? And as we come down, this is manipulation right here. All right. So I wouldn't trade off of this right here because this was news, but a lot of times the news does point and, like, I don't want to say it that way. So, just the news, just be careful around the news. There's a lot of manipulation and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so we come down, we manipulate these lows. We come down, it's manipulation, bam, we come straight up. What did we start doing? Displacement, displacement, displacement. Okay. Now I know potentially that this market is looking to actually start to move up. Okay. Because we had been moving down. We had a nice big move down, and then we moved down, and then we moved down. And then, yes, this displacement here, we manipulated back down. We did a flush, and now we're going to start pushing up. Okay. So that's just something to look for. Okay. Look for the manipulation versus displacement. All right, so let's go down to a lower time frame and take a look at things. Here you go. Here you go. Right, we're pushing down. We're pushing down. We're pushing down. We get like kind of like a manipulation down here. Right, we come under these lows, but we don't stay there. And what do? We displace up. We start displacing. We start pushing up. Okay, so now that we're starting to push up, what am I seeing? A return to what? A return to internal liquidity, which is this fair value gap, and then we get a bounce and we push up. It looks like a pretty good portion of the rest of the day here. All right, that was just, I didn't plan that out. That's just how it works. Okay. So, but this needs to match your trade plan. Okay, you're not just going to be like, oh look, manipulation in this direction. You're going to jump on it. Okay, it needs to match your actual trade plan. Your high time frame point of interests. With your time-based liquidity runs. Things like that. So yeah, just pay attention to that kind of stuff. Don't just jump on manipulation and displacement all the way. But it is important. Okay, displacement can point in the direction of the liquidity that needs to be run, and then manipulation is just that. Okay, manipulation is where a lot of traders are trying to short, trying to short, trying to short. They manipulate the market up to flush those shorts, and then they pull it back into the direction that they actually plan on taking it. All right, and guess who's going to, get all those stop losses and everything and take care of all that business up there? It's the market makers, and then it's going to push down the direction where they make profit. All right, so I don't want to get like too crazy with this because it really is that simple. I'm going to go over it one more time. You got your market, it's ranging around, it's doing stuff, and then it pips, and then, that's manipulation. Okay. When it goes, and it actually goes, that's going to be your displacement. Okay. So you're not just looking for, like a little pip in this direction, where it's just like, no, you're talking about it's going to break a level and it's going to break it hard and fast. All right. That's the difference between manipulation and displacement.